Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm just going to have a quick Bible journaling entry for you guys, and I wanted to work through an entry for the Christmas Joy devotional from A Pile of Ashes. I showed an unboxing and some information about this devotional and some of the different things you can pick up on my channel, so I will link that down below. And I will be working on December 7th, day 7, and the way that this devotional is structured is there is a song for each devotional day. And so today is I'll Be Home for Christmas, and we are looking at the parable of the lost son in Luke chapter 15. So I have printed off the printables for today, for day 7, on some clear sticker paper. This is something that you can pick up in addition to the devotional. So I have this, printed it out, and I've cut apart some of the pieces I think I'm going to use. I also have the physical kit that you can get with all the little trimmings and goodies, and I think I'm going to use this sparkly ribbon in my entry as well. And so I'm just going to stick some stickers down, put this together, and we'll talk about the verse. So let me go ahead and put you on fast forward, and we will put this together.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's really a simple page of just sticking down stickers, and I do create a little bow. And this is great for those of you who maybe don't have a lot of time as you're working through these Advent entries, but also maybe you're nervous about using things like paint and gelatos and all those kind of mediums in your Bible. Clear sticker paper is a great way to work in your Bible if you're one of those people that's kind of worried about that. And it also comes together really quickly. So I've gone ahead and just cut everything out, and then I'll just stick it down. And like I said, we are working in Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through, I believe, 32. This is the parable of the prodigal son. It says, "And he said," and that's Jesus, "there was a man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the share of property that is coming to me.' And he divided his property between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country, and there he squandered his property in reckless living. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. And he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate, and no one gave him anything. But when he came to himself, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, but I perish here with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants.' And he arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion, and ran and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Bring quickly the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring the fattened calf, and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' And they began to celebrate. Now his older son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to him, 'Your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf, because he has received him back safe and sound.' But he was angry and refused to go in. His father came out and entreated him. But he answered his father, 'Look, these many years I have served you, and I never disobeyed your command. Yet you never gave me a young goat, that I might celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours came, who has devoured your property with prostitutes, you killed the fattened calf for him. And he said to him, Son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. It was fitting to celebrate and be glad, for this your brother was dead and is alive. He was lost and is found.'" And so today with the devotional, the song is "I'll Be Home for Christmas." And we are talking about this longing for those who may have strayed from their faith, whether that is a child of yours that has gone away, a parent, a friend, your spouse, and during this season, just maybe the feelings that come along with that as we maybe are grieving that person and how they've walked away from the faith, and just we're reminded in this devotional to have hope that God is not finished yet. Until the day that Christ returns, there is still time for God to do work in those people's lives and to bring them back to Him, and we are to celebrate that. And so yes, it's a little bit heavier of a topic today, and we're using all these fun, glitter and baubles and things like that. But it is, a celebration, as we see with this parable with the father who is celebrating his son returning. And it's to remind us too that, God celebrates those who return to him. Not that we're any less, but that, he does celebrate those that return. And so we just need to continuously pray for those in our lives that maybe have gone away from the faith for a little bit. I know I was one of those. My husband was one of those. We went through that time. I know a lot of us have gone through that period of time, and there's no written formula for how to get them back, but I would just encourage you to just pray. And as we go into this season, just focus on God and let Him be your joy and your peace during this time. And working through studies like this is a great way to stay connected with Him and just stay in a good place during what might be, a difficult season for you. So on screen here, I just stuck down all of the stickers. And at this point, I'm trying to use this ribbon to create a bow. And I fought with this like no other. I'm trying to use this multimedia matte glue, liquid glue, to stick it together, and it's not working. So I pull out my tiny attacher and just decide to suck it up and have a staple being seen. The staple actually really blends in with the glitter, so you can't really see it, and created this little bow to go on this wreath. I'm going to attach it to the page with some multimedia matte, and I left it sitting with a stamp block on top of it for many hours to dry, and that seemed to work just fine. And that just kind of added a fun dimensional element. On a page where we're just using the clear sticker papers, it's really flat, which may be what you're looking for, but I like to add some dimension, so this was a fun way to kind of dress up those printables a little bit. And then you can see here I am mixing in some stamping to create my title. So it'll say, "Celebrate, the story is not over yet." My stamps were a little bit dirty, so as I'm stamping with this green ink, it's kind of a mixture of green and black, but that's okay. I kind of like the messiness of it. And yeah, I just really love how quickly this came together, and left myself some room to do some journaling. I'm going to go in with my T ruler to add myself some lines to journal on. And a lot of times with devotionals like this, where I really like the study and the devotional content, I'll transfer some of the content from the devotional just straight into the margins of my Bible. So that's what I did. I took some of the phrases from the end of the devotional and just copied that directly into here, just so I remember those little tidbits when I come back to this verse in this passage. So I'll just go ahead and write that in on those lines. And the nice thing about the sticker paper is it's clear. You can use this in any Bible. It does not cover the text. You can read most of the text through the sticker paper, and you can always resize things too if you want it to just be in the margin. So it's really nice and flexible. And so that's going to be pretty much it. I'll go in and kind of bracket around that passage, that parable there. Like I said, that's in Luke chapter 15. And I will also add some little pen detail to make it look like that wreath is kind of hanging from the top of the page. And that is it. So check out the description box. I have links to everything that I used today. Check out A Pile of Ashes. She has some really fun printables over there, as well as physical product and stickers and things. So definitely check her out if you haven't already. I will also have the unboxing of this kit linked down below if you missed that. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.